Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I have a book review for Heart of Iron for you. So Heart of Iron was one of the books that I got from an owl crate. I don't remember exactly which one. I think it might have been probably March. I'm almost finished with it. I have like 20 pages or so left and I fell in love with these characters. First of all, Jax and Rob are like my babies. They are like the sassiest little smartass characters ever and I love them. Also, they're going to be a great couple together. And I love Anna and Dai and just this entire crew of like misfits that this whole thing is based around. So Heart of Iron is a loose retelling of Anastasia and I love that it's set in space and I love that each of these characters is so unique. First off, there is Anna herself. So she's kind of this like rebel princess space pirate kind of thing. She doesn't know she's a princess, but she's like this rebel badass like awesome person, and her best friend is he's kind of like an android but he's also an AI, so he's very interesting. I like that he's like Dai is so analytical and just he's a smartass in his own way, and I love that they're like best friends even though Dai is a robot and as a human. I love that they're like best buds. They've been together since pretty much day one since they were found on this escape pod that was jettisoned off into the middle of space. So they've been pretty much together since the day that they were rescued from outer space. And then there's Jax, who is like an A+ pilot and a rogue and maybe also royalty in his own right. And he's just kind of this smart-ass, like sarcastic, awesome character, and I love him. And then the whole crew, the rest of the crew on the Dossier, which is the ship that they are on, is just amazing, and I love them all together. And Rob is such a smart-ass. He reminds me very much of Monty from The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. Wow. He's that kind of like a playboy, laissez-faire about everything, and he's very sarcastic and witty, and I just really like him because he's just so, and like underneath all of that like hard outer shell of like I don't care about anything and I'm just playboy and nah, 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 he's very sweet and caring and kind. So anyway, into the story. I love this story setting so much. I love when things are set in outer space. I've been meaning to get into more sci-fi, and this is like the perfect book to get into if you're not very much into sci-fi. This one's, you don't even really notice that you're like in an outer space setting. Of course there's spaceships and like that kind of stuff, but it's also very much mixed with fantasy elements. So it's got this like Pirates of the Caribbean element to it, but it also has elements of high tech and political intrigue and all sorts of other really cool, interesting things to it that I just fell in love with like instantly, like seriously like that. I think it helps that I didn't read this book first this month right after I read my Becca Cooper books. I needed a break from like the YA for a minute, so I read another book between those books and this one. And I think that that really helped me break a kind of reading slump that I had been in a little bit. So this book, jumping right in from more of an adult book into a YA like sci-fi kind of like adventure, really helped break part of my reading slump. And I love that this just kind of has so many different elements to it. There's outlaws and pirates and space and robots and political intrigue. It's got everything that you could want, plus a really cool, interesting YA romance. That's not technically like the main characters, but it's very interesting. So this book, I'm leaning towards giving it a 4.5 to maybe a 5 star. I haven't quite decided yet, so check out my book review on Goodreads for my final thoughts on this book. But I loved this book to pieces. It's such a good book, and like I said, if you aren't into reading a whole lot of sci-fi, maybe give this one a try. It's pretty freaking awesome. So that's all I've got for you guys today for this video. Thank you for joining me for my book review for Heart of Iron. What kind of sci-fi books do you guys like to read? I love reading about like space pirates, and I really like androids and robots and that kind of stuff, and AIs. I love when there's characters like that included in books. So if you guys have any recommendations for any other books that are kind of like that, let me know down in the comment section. And if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the notification button to get notifications when I post a new video. And if you want to check out my social media, check out the links in the description. Alrighty, bye guys!